Okay, so in this series of tutorials I'm going to give you a very quick overview to Scratch. So this is what it looks like when you open it up. Stage is white at the moment. Go into the backgrounds, you can see that you can edit it, draw things on it, do what you like with it, and you can also import an image. You've got plenty of images that are built in within Scratch, different folders up there, but you can see that you've also got your own access to your own folders as well. Okay, so that's my I'm going to actually put this is going to be my background. Okay, so you have sounds that you can put on. There's you can again import them from the Scratch library or from your own files. Okay, and the scripts panel, you'll see what that's all about at a later stage. Okay, objects within Sprite in Scratch are called sprites. So we have the cat, sprite 1, he's at the moment. I don't want him, so I'm going to right click and delete him. Now I can create a new sprite just by simply painting one, making something. So any objects that you want have to exist as a sprite. So there we go. So I've just created my sprite. Now it's called sprite 1. It can get very confusing if you get lots of sprites and they're just called sprite 1, sprite 2, sprite 3. So it's worth naming them up there. And it's also worth deciding if you want it to be able to rotate or not. Otherwise they can suddenly be facing the wrong way. You can also import sprites. You have a bunch of built-in things and you can put your folders down there. So I can bring that one in. So you're going to call that ball. Up here, copy, cut, grow, shrink, so that you can set your positions of your, or your sizes rather, of your sprites. Okay, so that's the first tutorial, just getting something set up. Okay, so let's get a bit something moving here. So the bat is going to move right and left. So these over here, your 8 blocks, which are different commands that you can drag into the scripts panel here, and like jigsaw pieces you can just join them up. Okay, so control, well in Scratch the game largely starts when the green flag is clicked, but you could, and I could equally, to make this move right and left, choose when the right arrow is clicked, or you can click on when the ball. I'm going to just use this. So when the green flag is clicked, so motion, I want it to move to the right when the right arrow is clicked. So I could do when right arrow is clicked, just wanted to do it this way. It gives me an opportunity to show you more things. So forever, if the right key is pressed, move, or I could put point in direction, point right and then move 10 steps, or I could put change X by 10. Because change X and oh, that's the ball. Right, you see what I've done there? I've put it on the wrong thing. Now what I can do is I can actually drag it, I can drop it on the bat. So now I can delete it from there and hopefully it's on the bat. There we go. So let's have a look. Yep, great, but of course it disappears. So I can right click, duplicate it, just click it there. Left arrow is clicked, -10. Okay, so we should have, when the game starts, we've got a moving bat. Great. Right, let's do the ball. So we need to have control, always got to start with some kind of control. Now I want the ball just to fly around on its own. So with you've got to point it in a direction. You can point it in right, left, up or down, but you want some random elements to your game. So your green block I think is called numbers in school. So if you just pick this, it's a random, and now these are based on degrees in a circle, so you'll have to little play around with that. So point in a random direction and then move, and I want it to move forever. Where's forever? I want it to move forever. Let's put move 10 steps, see what happens. Okay, there we go. It got stuck on the edge. So handily there is if on edge bounce. Now obviously you're going to have to explore these and see what you can do with those. So what have we got now? Great. Speed wise, increase the number of steps, it's going to get faster. Decrease it, it's going to get slower. So it's a good way of building levels into a game. Okay, so now we want to create something to make something happen when the bat hits the ball. So on the ball, let's add the some script. So it's going to carry on moving forever, bouncing off the edge, but if it touches, sensing, if it touches the bat, then I want it to bounce back. Now there isn't a bounce back for us touching another sprite, so we'll have it turning. No, I need to turn and move. Now we'll add a little bit of randomness to it. Whoops, put it in there. So let's say, I don't know, let's say you'll just have to play around with these, see what works and what doesn't work. Let's test that now, see if I can get the ball to hit the bat. If I can, there we go. So the bat now, the ball and the bats have some action going on. So what we'd have now within our game is some kind of way of keeping a score, so whether it was counting upwards or losing lives or something. Games have different variables. So you've got a block called variables, and there's nothing in there. And that's because games have different things that you can create your own. So I'll create score as well, so you could see how easy that is. You can move these around, whatever. You don't have to have them. Score can be there. So you could have score and be keeping score, but not actually be sharing it with your player. So I'm going to have lives, I think. And if touching bat, I'm going to lose a life. So that means change lives by -1. No, that's not what I want to do at all, is it? I want to touch, if it's touching the red area, I want it to lose a life. So if touching colour red, lose, change lives by -1. Okay, now at the moment, let's see if that would work. Yeah, well, it goes to -4. There is always a little glitch with Scratch. Okay, so but I'm not going to solve every last problem at the moment. So we have got that. Now when the green flag is clicked, it starts the game, but I've started on -12. So on the background, let's just set the score to 0, the lives rather, to 0 when the green flag is clicked. And this is how you can have instructions, because under your looks you can see that you've got switched to different backgrounds. Okay, so you could have a background that has instructions on it. You can have a background which says game over, etc., etc. You can stop the game by, here you've got in your numbers. So when score equals 10 or 0 or lives equals 0, just drag these things into these blocks. Okay, so that's given you the basics. So you've got plenty now, I think, to get started.